Hello? I know somebody's there. Hello? Oh, I see. Okay, if that's how it is. You think I'm scared, huh? You think I'm scared of some shaky little junkie with a switchblade? Is that what you think? Hello? Gun, no license. I checked. Very bad. Also, you're sweating. Should cool down. What do you want with me? Thought we might discuss Comedian. He visited here, mentioned a list, you and Janie Slater on it. Talked about someone messing with Dr. Manhattan. Days later, Manhattan forced into exile. Allegations he'd given people cancer. You, Janie Slater. Tough break. But I don't understand. Why are you laying all this heat on me? Because I think Blake's list was cancer list. Somebody wrote it, gave it to the media. Wonder who? Funny, Dr. Manhattan and Comedian were always your biggest enemies. Now they're both gone. Very convenient. Who is it, Moloch? Who's behind this? I don't know. I already told you. I don't know anything. No good. Wrong tone of voice. Not convincing enough. Oh, no. Rorschach, please. It wasn't me. I don't know who it was. Better. Going now. If anything should refresh memory, contact me by leaving note. Trash can opposite Gunga Diner at 40th and 7th. Sorry about mess. Can't make omelet without breaking few eggs. Rorschach's journal, October 21st, 1985. Left Jacoby's house, 2:35 a.m. He knows nothing. He has simply been used. By whom? Russians seem obvious choice. Manhattan and Comedian both key military figures. But Comedian referred to an island, artists and writers living on it. Doesn't fit. Walked home past trash cans stuffed with rumors of war. Weighing factors, bodies, motives. Waiting for a flash of enlightenment in all this blood and thunder. He said there was gonna be war with the Russians. Said he wanted to spare the little ones. Dominic, she's just 3. Okay, Mrs. Hurst, no more questions. Jesus, what happened? Guy worried about nuclear war. Killed both kids in front of their mom, then opened his jugular. There's gonna be more like this. Yeah, well, I think it's astrological. Halley's Comet is coming back around now. That's an omen of doom. Yeah, so's Russia invading Afghanistan. That'll blow over. World War III, it'll never happen. Nobody's crazy enough. Boy, what did he use on these? kitchen knife. Don't let this ruin your day. These psych-outs are mostly media-inspired. The media inspires boredom, not waking up one Monday morning and butchering your kids. That takes something else, man. That takes a whole different kind of inspiration. My home and family were doomed. My world reduced to ruin. The same waves gnawed my island and Davidstown alike. Yet swimming would surely be madness. Hey, Tikey, quit splashing! Where should I recharge? Now quit obstructing the current. Got today's Gazette? Sure. This war's looking serious. Makes a guy start figuring escape routes, you know? I mean, my father, when things deteriorated in 30s Germany, he split. Sure, in World War II, in World War III, where's to split to? It was then I conceived of building a raft. Although inwardly, I doubted it would float. Anyway, see you next delivery day. Yeah, sure. Suddenly, I recalled the gas-bloated stomachs of the buried men, then shuddered at the idea I found myself considering. Where's to split to? Finally, approaching the shallow grave, I began digging. My scheme was loathsome, but I had no choice. Not when I considered the nature of my situation. Everything I loved, everything I lived for depended upon my reaching Davidstown in advance of that terrible freighter. Clinging to the memory of my wife's eyes, I dragged men up from underground. Removing their clothing, I tore it to ribbons, binding them together. By afternoon, I'd felled enough young palms to build the deck of my conveyance, affixing it to the human float beneath. Satisfied, I waited for dusk and ebb tide, then embarked, heading east. East, across the night seas, east, borne on the naked backs of murdered men. With dawn came the gulls. Lent speed by my hunger, I was able to rip one from the air. I had not eaten since the shipwreck. Stomach filled with raw meat, I drifted on towards my home. Nothing would take it from me. They say I can't live there anymore now that John's gone. It was just, okay, we're taking your home and money. Chew on that. So, where will you stay? Did you call your mother? Oh, she'd love that. I'd sooner sleep on a grating. Nah, I'll get by. Anyway, thanks for buying me lunch. I better go find a cheap room somewhere. I guess I'll see you around sometime. Sure. Bye, Dan. Lori, wait. You know, there's always my place. Oh, I couldn't impose. Oh, it'd be no imposition. I have a lot of room there. I mean, we're both friends. We're both in the same line of work. We're both leftovers. Rorschach's Journal, October 21st, 1985. Woken at 11 by shouting outside. Disturbed to find I had fallen asleep without removing the skin from my head. Tireder than I thought. Should be more careful. Across street, boys with spray cans were defacing abandoned building. Memorized their descriptions, then prepared for work. First, peeled off face, folded it, hid inside jacket. Without my face, nobody knows. Nobody knows who I am. On way out of room, met landlady. Usual complaints regarding hygiene and rent. There were purple bite marks on her fat white neck, fresh ones. She reminds me of my mother. Out in street, inspected defaced building. Silhouette picture in doorway. Man and woman, possibly indulging in sexual foreplay. Didn't like it. Makes doorway look haunted. On 40th and 7th, saw Dryberg and Uspechik leaving diner. They didn't know me. An affair, perhaps. Did Uspechik engineer Dr. Manhattan's exile to make room for Dryberg? Also, she hated comedian. Must investigate further. Entering diner, bought coffee, then sat watching my mail drop immediately across street. Passers-by made various deposits. This city is an animal fierce and complicated. To understand it, I read its droppings, its sense, the movement of its parasites. I sat watching the trash can, and New York opened its heart to me. Tell you the truth, this whole bloody mess, it gives me a funny feeling inside, you know? There was a gull in my stomach. It's like, I don't know how long we can hold on. The enormity of my savage breakfast struck me, and I grew faint. I'd swallowed too much bird flesh. I'd swallowed too much horror. World War III, it's a nightmare. Everything tilted. Above, scavengers wheeled hungrily, just screams dressed in feathers. I mean, don't people see the signs? Don't they know where this is headed? Hey, man, I'm reading. See? Apathy. Everybody escaping into comic books and TV makes me sick. I fell, retching to my knees. Lightheaded, I gazed into the inverted world beneath, where drowned gulls circled. A madman with blood-caked lips gazed back at me. See, news vendors understand. They get to see the whole picture. It's our curse. We see every damned connection. Time's running out, Mr. Veidt. You better hurry. Yes, I know. It's the toy people I have to see this morning, isn't it? That's right. They want some new characters. Maybe some of your major villains or something. The major villains are all dead. Oh, wow. What is it with everybody today? Everybody's on this total death trip. I think maybe it's the decor around here. All this Egyptian stuff. It's very morbid, very obsessed with death. Death wasn't morbid to the ancient Egyptians. They saw it as launching on a voyage of spiritual discovery. Don't you find that a comforting thought? Are you kidding? I mean, losing 10 pounds, that's a comforting thought. My next raise is a comforting thought. Spiritual discovery, on the other hand. Oh, God! What have you got in your mouth? Open it. He's got a poison capsule. Don't bite down. I want to know who's behind this. Damn. Call the toy people and cancel the extension of the Ozymandias line. If they ask why, just tell them I don't have any enemies. During the afternoon, I dozed fitfully, my enemy's hideous banner flapping dismally in my dreams. War, child murder, attempted assassination. This front page is a nightmare. That death's head banner. It flies above us all, and the heads nailed to the ship's black prow. Those heads are our heads. Truly, we exist upon the whim of murderers. I mean, who'd want to kill a guy like Adrian Veidt? He's a real hero. Did charity work, revealed his name, like he had nothing to hide. Jeez, where's it gonna end? I awoke at dusk and drank a little salt water. I have heard that on less than a pint daily, a man might survive. Beneath my raft, something moved. You never know. You never know what's bearing down on you. Like this guy killed his kids. A week ago, there was a normal family. Irrationally, my first thought was of the corpses, attempting to clamber up into the air. But no, something had brushed beneath me. All we see is what's on the surface. I bet there's all kind of stuff we never notice. Until it's too late. Ahead, in the darkening water, shadowy forms approached. Were they boats come to rescue me? No, not boats. Fins. Rorschach's journal, October 21st, 1985. Someone tried to kill Veidt. Proves mask killer theory. Murderer is closing in. Checked mail drop. Message from Moloch. Connected, perhaps. Next, went to retrieve face from alley. Over 40th Street, an elephant was drifting. Beyond that, unseen spy satellites. This relentless world. There is only one sane response to it. The alleyway was cold and deserted. My things were where I'd left them, waiting for me. Putting them on, I abandoned my disguise and became myself, free from fear or weakness or lust. My coat, my shoes, my spotless gloves, my face. Had 3 hours before calling on Moloch, away down alley, heard woman scream. First bubbling note of city's evening chorus. Approached disturbance and attempted rape, mugging, both. Cleared throat. The man turned and there was something rewarding in his eyes. Sometimes the night is generous to me.
Dan, really, you don't know how grateful I am for this. After where I thought I was going to be sleeping tonight, this is like heaven. Well, you know, it isn't much, but it should be comfortable. And I'm sleeping right down the hall if you need anything. Like coffee or aspirin, stuff like that. Oh, I'll be fine. I'm so tired. Thanks for looking out for me, Dan. You're like a big brother. You know that? Sure. Well, glad I could help. Good night, Laurie. Good night, Dan. Sweet dreams. Hell and damnation. Good readers know this. Hades is wet. Hades is lonely. Teeth that seemed to move independently of the lifts tore at my raft's supports. I clung to my mast as the platform tilted further. The water began to boil white. The yellow Leviathan attempted to swim away, dragging my raft in its bloody wake. I hung on desperately, cursing in the bitter, stinging spray.
This goddamn pain in the butt rain, don't it ever let up. This whole job's like paddling against the tide.
Eventually, the shark died, and shortly thereafter, stopped swimming. Man, cab driving's busting my nuts. Give me a copy, Hustler.
Hi, Joey. How's the Promethean? Still bringing light to the world?
Well, we sure need light after this Afghanistan crapola. Who's this month's centerfold? The other sharks circled. They worried the morsels from my raft. That reminds me, I got a poster maybe you could display. After eating, they departed, replete. For the moment, I was safe. That night, eating shark, I would have chuckled at the inversion of natural roles had not my parched laughter seemed so hateful.
Is this a joke? Gay women against rape?
It's a benefit gig. Now you gonna nail it up, or am I gonna alter your looks?
Bringing light to the world, my ass. You know, the way the world is today, I guess none of these messiahs and illuminated types really amounted to a whole hill of beans. That's the phone. There's never been any market for peace and enlightenment. You know, all today, I've had this funny feeling. It's like there's something in the air. First that kitty murder, then somebody tries to whack Adrian Veidt. It's like there's a pattern leading somewhere. It's... Steve, will you just answer the goddamn phone? Hello? Yeah, Detective Fine speaking. Tip, sure. What's your name? No name. Ah, okay, that's acceptable. So what do you have? Raw what? Raw shark? Why would I want to know where to find raw shark? Yeah, understood. We're on our way. Bye. Steve, you're kidding. That wasn't about... Damn right it was. After all these years, somebody just handed us that bastard's head on a plate. Come on, man. Let's go ignore some red lights. "11:30. Good evening, Jacoby. Got your note. Been wondering why you wanted to see me. Somebody tried to shoot the world's smartest man today. Hear about that? Somebody's killing masks, Jacoby. Somebody wants us dead. Maybe some old enemy, maybe someone you met in prison. Maybe you can enlighten me. Rorschach! This is the police, Rorschach. We know you're in there. It's all over. Now, if there's anybody in there with you, I want you to send them out first unarmed. No. Framed, set up. Walked right into it. Stupid. Come on, Rorschach. Let's make this a nice, clean surrender. Never surrender. And we're coming in. I hope you're ready. When you are.
Hello in there. He better be here. If that was a bum tip, we'll take the ground floor first and work up. And remember, here be tigers. Where is he? All this smoke. He's just ahead on the third floor. Okay, he's up here somewhere. And I don't like this. Can't see!
He's in the bedroom. We've got him.
Get up. Must get up.
Get his mask off. Get that sucker off his face, man. No. My face. Give it back.
Well, who is he? Who is he? This ugly little Zero is the terror of the underworld, and we're gonna lock him up with them. It's karma, man. Everything evens out eventually. Everything balances.